episode of the Golden State Gaming Network. I know it has been a really long time, close to a year almost. I haven't really done very much. Been busy, life has gotten in the way, I have been all over the place. So, let me catch up on what's going on with me. I have been to a ton of cons. I have been demoing a ton of games. I have been playing a ton of games. I've been doing demos at the store. Events, happening, life, you name it, it's been happening. So, forgive this weird angle and my hair, because I just went and got a haircut from a cholo, and I lost my black cat a while back. So, I just got back from Gencon. Wow. Gencon is amazing con, busy con, bleeding money con. It's an interesting convention. I really liked it. I am glad that I actually got to go. I do recommend that everybody heads it at least once. Here's the catch with Gencon. They charge you to play demos. They charge you to go to their game library and play games in the open game library. $8 a night or like $40 for the weekend. Everybody was like, oh, those are reasonable prices. I was like, yeah, if you want to pay to do something that you could do at every other con for free, yeah, go for it. So it was a little bit of an interesting experience. I actually had a guy from Britain come up to me and ask me if this was the norm for American conventions. And I was like, not as far as I can remember. Oh, shaky camera, because Kat has decided that she wants to be on. She's going to shake things up a bit. Go away. She's ignored me all night, and now all of a sudden we got to be best friends. Stop shaking the camera. Anyway, guys, so Gen Con was amazing, though. I got to meet a lot of people that I've communicated with on the internet, through Facebook Messenger or through emails. I got to meet a lot of designers that I've admired for a really long time. It ran across some game companies and designers that I remember when I backed their Kickstarter so many years ago, and now they are a huge, full-fledged company that's now in all the retail stores, selling well in the game shops, and now they're in Target. So, I mean, it was a blast meeting people, getting to interact with people, having dinner. Finally got to meet, you can hear the fan in the background, and there's a reason for that. It's hot as fuck. I don't normally cuss, but it's hot as fuck. I got the fan on, I'm a fat guy. I will be comfortable while I make a video for you guys. I met Matt from the Indie Game Alliance. He is the big cheese over there. I have never actually met him. We've had a lot of conversations. We've had a little bit of an argument here and there where we've disagreed on some things, but we get along, and it was great to see him in person, actually interact with the dude and realize that, there is a guy behind everything that we do at IGA. So it's great. I got to meet the head of the demo team over at Mayfair Games, Julie Yates. Got to meet Julia over at Renegade Games. I saw Mars from Voices of Mars or Mats by Mars. You may know him as those. Saw him over there. He was running demos for Brotherwise Games over at the Boss Monster area. So ran into people. Interesting bit of stuff that had happened to me as well. I ran into a fellow from Strategicon that I see regularly. He's played at my Boss Monster tournament. He's World Grand Champion of Catan, or or Grand Champion. I'm sorry, not Catan. He plays the game really well, but I don't think he's that good yet. He is the Grand Champion of Munchkin. Nick over there, Nick Chavez from Strategicon. I said, well, let me back up to you. Actually, let me preface this story with the facts that led up to it, so that it'll make a little bit of sense. You guys don't think, oh, this wacky guy's a little wacky. I got approached to help produce and help develop content for a new gaming YouTube channel and website called Cross Geek. I just realized the camera looks like I'm falling. So Cross Geek is going to be an amalgamation of all things geek, mostly things that we enjoy, and it's going to go from there. It should be a really great time. This is bugging me, so I'm going to fix this real. There we go. Atta boy, atta kid. Look at you there. A big old fat head right in the way. So they had approached me, and I was trying to come up with things that we could do and get some interviews going. We'd already conducted a couple of interviews, and then they decided that, I asked Nick if I could get a room at Strategicon maybe to borrow and do some interviews there. just a couple things. Just for a couple hours to run some interviews in a nice quiet area away from the rest of the con. Nick said, would you like to do it in front of an audience? And I said, would that mean you're giving me a panel? And he was like, yeah, you can have a panel. So I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, we'll do a panel. So I got a hold of Kimmy Ann right away from Cross Geek. She's done some other stuff on the YouTubes and on the internets. And I was like, guess what's going on, dude? We fucking got a panel for Strategicon. Catch. Strategicon is the first weekend of September. So we've got all this week and next week to try and get our panels together. I've already got a couple people lined up. I've got a special guest for someone who's already launched a Kickstarter. So the premise of the panel is going to be people that are about to launch Kickstarters and are kind of all in the same place. They've all gone through the same things as far as getting developers going and figuring things out with each other. So they're all in the same spot logistically. But I didn't want anyone to be trapped, so I arranged for someone who's actually just run a successful Kickstarter and has gone through all those pitfalls and stuff that everyone else has gone through, and kind of, the beginning guys, to kind of give them some tips and also not catch these guys off guard, because there would be nothing worse for me than for someone going up to present their idea and their dream and to be caught off guard with a question they weren't ready for. So that's one of those things that I thought about. So we've got a special guest in that regard, and we've got a panel at Strategicon. For those of you that are going to be there, I would appreciate it if you stop by and hang out at our panel 2 to 3, or 2 to 4 over in the event panel room, the seminar room. Go hang out, check it out, meet some people, encourage these guys to get out there and share their dream. Otherwise, I'm doing stuff for Cross Geek. I will still be doing this channel. I will start picking up the editing. But on Cross Geek, just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, we will be doing some reviews and playthroughs of Pyramid of the Sun, Strawberry Ninja, Cobra Paw, because this game is crazy fun, Isle of Monsters. This is the only thing I went to Gencon to pick up. It didn't really work out because it came out with a bunch of other shit too. But, whatever. Battle Goats. This was one of the big sellers at Gencon because it's really a hilariously fun game. And then Pizza World, which will be new to Kickstarter pretty soon. This is the prototype copy, so you can tell it's got the that special box that company makes that I will correct in the edits. Because I'll put it in and it'll go through. Actually, no, I'm just going to casually. I'm having brain farts a lot lately. Game Crafter. The Game Crafter. I have severe brain farts. My brain doesn't really work anymore. I'm getting older. Oh, and Trophy Buck. Because this game doesn't get enough play. It is a Steve Jackson game. It's like Zombie Dice, but with trophies and bucks. Bucks and trophies. Trophies and bucks. So... Pizza World, Trophy Buck, Battle Goats, Isle of Monsters, Cobra Paw, Strawberry Ninja, Pyramid of the Sun. So I went and I got my kids some things at Strategicon, right? Alright, see, my brain's all over the place. Enough of Strategicon. I will be running games there for Indie Game Alliance and Looney Labs. Come hang out, we'll have fun, get some drinks. I can make some inappropriate jokes. You can walk away uncomfortable. So I got my kids some things, right? The author and creator of ABCs of RPGs was there, signed the book, signed it, right? My kids, they didn't really care about it, but I was like super hyped on it. I had missed the Kickstarter. And then the Call of Cthulhu, the coloring book, right? Boom. And also the Call of Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft's done like, that other guy with the Seuss. So I went and got these for my kids. I thought they were cool. I always thought I was being thoughtful. I turned into my father because I got my kids things that they didn't really enjoy or appreciate. Apparently, a father doesn't know his kids. Who'd have thunk it? So, they were pretty straightforward, told me that the gifts sucked, so I've taken them back, and I've given them both away. My children are now orphans. No, their mother wouldn't let me have them, but they are wards of the state for the time being. So, Cross Geek guys, look for us. We will be doing segments and panels. I will still be doing Oh, of course, at Strategicon, like always, I will be doing my convention corner. I'm bringing that segment back because I really like it. And we will be doing Kickstarting Success relatively soon. And I'm going to have another panel calling Kick Started. And that is going to be both about people that have successfully run Kickstarters and people that may have failed at their Kickstarters and people that may have done both. So keep an eye out for that. Happy gaming, and may the dice always roll in your favor. Happy 50th anniversary, Gencon. Um, you know, thank you, Indie Game Alliance, Matt and Nathan and Eric and Jason and everybody else that was there, Min and Victoria, all the people that I've met that I know online, that I see in person. Mars, it was great seeing all you guys there across the country and experiencing that wonderful, wonderful event with you. And I am nothing but grateful for the experience. Happy gaming, and may the dice always roll in your favor.